Okay, I went ahead and changed the shader settings and all that and put it all high quality so you can actually see what some of the game actually is supposed to look like. Um, Now, when you start in the game and you're in a station, you're in a pod. Um, what you're going to want to start with is getting a feel for the combat via playing against NPCs and stuff like that. Just kind of get a grip on the combat system. The way you do that is by doing missions, and the missions are located in stations under the Agents tab. In this particular station, we have a mission giver available to us. This is the tutorial mission. You can read this stuff, it'll explain what your assignment is. At this point, warp to the hidden location, board your first starship, then use it to bring an item back here to the station. So, I'm going to accept this, close that out. This is different. Okay, so I need to go into my captain's quarters. Capsules located. Okay, never mind. We're going to go ahead and undock. Bottom left. And now we are in space. And this is our wonderful pod. Now remember when I said if you ever are in low sec or 00, or you're in a corp in high sec that's war decked, your pod can be destroyed. To go to different places in space, you can use the overview, but for right now, we'll right click in space. We have agent mission here. We're going to warp to that location. The overview is all of the objects that are located in the space around you. And this little selected item thing, you can select something. You have different options: approach, warp to, access, orbit, keep it range, target, look at, and show info. So now we've got this acceleration gate, and we will activate the gate. And obviously, a lot of this stuff is covered in the tutorial, but I just wanted to kind of show you the space. They added a lot of new nebulas and stuff, so it's pretty nice. All right, so now we're going to go to this ship and right click it, board ship. And here we are in our first starter Amar ship. And voila, tutorial. Down here is your shields. The top bar is your shields, middle one's armor, bottom one's structure. Here you have your cargo. Here you have your tactical overlay, which if you zoom out, it'll show you how far things are out. This is in terms of kilometers. So this is 5,000 kilometers, 10,000 kilometers, 20,000, 30, and so on. And yeah, I'll let you do this tutorial stuff on your own later. Show you some more common features. The overview is a very important thing. There's PvP overviews. You can customize your overview settings. If you open your overview settings, let's make this a little larger. You have all these different things you can select for you to see. Now, a miner will have an overview that has all of the rocks that he can mine. PvPer will have a specific overview for all the things that he needs to see, and so on and so forth. And you can create up to 5 tabs and have different overviews for each one loaded up onto your overview, and then you can switch between them as needed. It's very handy. There's a lot of options here. There's lots of overview setup tutorials out there. I would definitely attempt that before you try messing with your overview by yourself, because there's a lot of things that you, as a new player, won't understand what they are, and you can fuck up your overview setting real good. So overview, the tutorial is very much recommended. So I'm going to go ahead and warp back to the station here. And as you see, you can warp at different distances. I'll just go over some of these tabs on the side here. At the very top left, you have your accessories. You can actually drag and drop these onto your bar if you use them a lot. Notepad, calculator, contracts, different things, fitting. Here you have your chat windows that you can open and close. Here's people and places. This is a handy search feature. If you were trying to find a character, say me for instance, my character name is Amber Star. You could type that in, search. There's 5 here. I'm the first one. You show info, and this is Crow in Eve. This is my character. Didn't know you could view the full body. Let's check that out. There she is, Miss America. Alright. Under the character information, you have a bio that you can fill out. There's a description, notes that you can place on players, employment history. This is important in Eve because you can see how old a character is. Obviously, the longer a character's been playing Eve, probably the more skill points they have. That's not necessarily always true, but it's something to consider. If you're thinking about fighting somebody and they have an account from 2002, you might want to reconsider that. You can add people as contacts, so let's right click, add contact. You can select their standing. You can add them to your watch list, and then it'll tell you when that person comes online in the bottom right here. And then under your contacts you have Amber Star, and it will sort it by standing. I've selected good standing, so under good standing they're there. You can also create custom label groups, manage labels, type in something like exile, assign label, close that. See, you can drag her into here, and now we have a custom label group that has exile in it. Here's your mail system, your notifications. Notifications are usually from game or any objects that you have floating in space. If you have a star base that you made and it runs out of fuel, you'll hear about it in notifications. You have corp mails, alliance mails, and you also can label stuff. This is your fitting window. High slots, mid slots, low slots, and rig slots. And these 5 over here are for Tech 3 ships that use subsystems. This is a lot of information right here on the right. You have your capacitor. The GJ is for gigajoules. Offense, you got DPS, drone DPS, missile DPS. Under defense, you have your total HP, effective hit points, and your resistances, EM, thermal, kinetic, and explosive. You can click on your shield here and change what you want to monitor, whether armor repair rate, hull repair rate, passive shield recharge, or shield boost rate. Targeting, you have sensor strength. Each race has a different sensor system they use. Amar uses radar, and this sensor strength indicates how strong your targeting is. So if someone wanted to jam you out, they would have to have a jammer that does at least 4 points of radar jam. Scan resolution, max lock targets, signature radius, navigation, blah, blah, blah. I'll go over that more in the next video. I'm going to go ahead and stop now and start a new one.